Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event of the evening. Are you ready?
Just bring it!
Woo!
And that's the bottom line. And that's the bottom line. Woo! Just bring it!
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. 2024, Season 3 of The Asylum. I'm your host, KWEST. You can also call me the Reaper of the Ring. Also now, Mr. OMG. That's right. And I'm joined by
Martha! I'm just kidding, man. I'm the brother man with the master plan, Brother Cam, and next to me is
the King of Lightning, A.J. Meyers.
AJ, listen, we can't be throwing up gang signs here on The Asylum. I know we're crazy, but the gang signs, yeah, no gang signs, right?
It's not a gang sign.
Yeah, you're trying to get me canceled. That's messed up. So, AJ, what you been up to?
Just been...
All right, yeah. So Cam, tell me, how's your weekend been?
Bro, man, my weekend has been that. It's just my weekend. I saw Skinny.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Skinny, and he got me this Cam Jackson Entertainment shirt.
Stand up so they can see it.
A little bit of bus stop action right there.
Got that. So tell everybody, where can they get that from? Where can they get that from?
Listen, man, they're gonna put he's gonna add something right down in here.
Oh, all right.
Somewhere between this cup and this pad. It's gonna be something that says it right there. You know why? You wanna know why?
Because you work here.
Because I work here, and I got the stroke. I can make that call.
Right.
You know, when things go over time here, who you want to call? Cam Jackson. You call Cam Jackson, you get 5 more minutes on podcast. All right, let's get it.
All right. So AJ, let's see. What is your new shirt?
Just if you ever wanted to be clear, okay? If you ever wanted to be clear, if you're on podcasts on XtremeTVOnline.com, the XWW Radio Network, the XWW YouTube, all of that. And you want to go 5 more minutes, but you don't think manny-mac is going to answer your call. I tell you what, hit up Cam Jackson, and I beg you for those thank yous, right, when I give you those 5 minutes. Because I will go into my pocket and give you 5 minutes, my brother. You know why? You know why, Quest? Because I work here.
Because you work here. All right. AJ.
Yes, sir.
That nice shirt you got on. Tell us about that.
It is
That's what I'm talking about, Cam. You know what I'm saying. Good shirt, good merchandise. We can get that everywhere we're going, all right?
It's the official
we're gonna do this.
XWW t-shirt.
You know what? We really got to talk to wardrobe, all right? Because I'm going to show wardrobe what we doing here, all right? We got 2 black-ass brothers sitting over there, right? But at least one of them is behind a white. It's got a white backdrop. But we got one guy over here. He has a black mask. He's black. And a black shirt. Against a black curtain.
I don't have the lighting the best right now.
I'm telling you, listen.
Who's the producers?
Yeah, I got to talk to Bob.
First off, look.
Talk to Christopher. Christopher is new for 2024, everybody, ladies and gentlemen.
No. I got a question. Is what we're doing wrong? That's a topic I don't think we were supposed to have today. But, you know,
Why are we having it?
because this is controversy, right? Controversy creates cash.
Oh,
Sorry,
Lord.
controversy creates views. Views create cash, right?
But your controversy.
Now let's talk. Let's dive. Hear me out.
Okay.
Is what we're doing wrong. Even though this version of Quest right now, in this state of mind, and this version of Cam Jackson right now, in this state of mind, are quite possibly the best two for this program, right?
Right.
But is what we're doing wrong? Are we promoting that the pro wrestlers get lit and let things go?
Who's lit?
Just hear me out. I'm just saying, by nature, by view, is that what we're promoting?
Promoting wrestling.
Right. And in our world, that's all our intention. Absolutely. Hold on, wait. Wait, don't take that the wrong way. No. Don't take that the wrong way. I don't think anybody says, "Hey, man, these guys are talking about getting fucked up." No. I don't think we ever. What I'm saying is, are we subconsciously, indirectly telling people it's okay to get lit and talk wrestling?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely.
So that's fine. Wait. No, that's fine. Is there a problem in that approach? We have disclaimers. We have, I think we have disclaimers and we do have edits on the show. You know what I mean? But do you think that product is too much, or is that right what we need to be? I know we had talks off camera, but I mean none of this. We've never really talked about this in this type of environment, in this type of platform.
Well, I mean, I'm still trying to actually. I don't think I totally understand the question, but try to answer it best. Like, what I'm promoting is that we can lay back. Those that have hair, I don't. Let your hair down. If sipping on some libations is your thing, do it. Whatever your libations at home, if it's water, Pepsi, Coke, or whatever it is that whatever you do at home, you do Coke. I'm just saying, listen, indulge in whatever it is that you indulge in and be yourself. And join us, because all we're doing is we're talking what we love and we're talking our life.
He just told, bro, he just told Pookie and them it's okay. You know what I'm saying? He's a Coke. Or Coke. You thought you got away with
the thing,
don't do that,
think
bro.
about the asylum.
Bro, no, don't do it.
This is our platform that we can let you be what you want to be who you are, and talk about what you want to talk about.
No, fuck that. Don't do no goddamn Coke. That's silly.
That's hell.
He told you not to. Don't get me wrong. He wasn't telling you could do Coke. But I'll make sure I say it the right way. Don't do no Coke, because we don't need you coming back here. Oh, yeah, Quest said we can do some Coke. Quest will stop a mud hole in you and walk it dry. No, don't do no damn Coke. Don't misunderstand that for a second. Back to your regularly scheduled program.
Don't come here and do on screen. But I am not the police. Do it. In the words of Digital Underground, do what you like.
So do you think this?
There it is.
All right, another just shotgun question. How many wrestlers do you think we encountered today that are doing Coke?
Listen.
No, you don't have to name them. Absolutely, I would never. We're never, ever going to name anybody like that. But just by number.
I will not.
Nah, just by number.
I will not confirm nor deny.
By number.
By what number? I don't even know. I don't even know what is Coke anyway.
Oh my God!
I just seen it on the movies. I'm just saying people do that. I don't know. I don't know if anybody indulges in that.
Fun. AJ, give me a number, just a number of wrestlers you've been around in the last year you think are on medicine.
At least 5.
Okay, that's fair.
See, and the fact that you know it, you're an enabler. All right.
Who?
What?
The fact that you know you're an enabler.
Now,
How am I an enabler?
all right, go ahead.
I don't condone in such actions. Like you said, I'll stomp a mud hole in your ass. Why are we even talking about that? That is not on the list of topics
All right,
today.
let's get to the realistic topic.
Oh my God!
I'm back.
Oh.
It's better than ever. Got it now.
But listen, though. All right. I was joking early in the opening, though. But seriously, though, Kate, AJ, what have you been up to?
I've just been working on some projects and whatnot. but wait. When I say projects, I mean a lot of projects. Like with the gaming field, I've been working on that. So I've been working on the farm, feeding my pigs.
Stop. All right, wait. All right, I'm just kidding. Wait, AJ, say that all over again. Let me shut up.
No, don't say it again. I think
No, go ahead.
We heard.
Go ahead.
We heard.
Stop, Quest. Go ahead.
Okay, so I've been working on some big projects. One is in the video game field, and I've been taking care of the animals on my farm. I have some chickens, some pigs. What next? We're working on getting goats. So that's how my weekend's been going, Quest. How about yours?
Oh man, I love your enthusiasm, kid. So next we're talking about getting goats.
I mean, hey, it can't be a farm without goats.
Oh my God! All right. So I have to ask you a question. Now that I'm going to ask you this question, I need you to understand something from me. I slip into this accent very well. You know why?
Why?
Because a lot of my ancestors spoke this way. I also have ancestors from the other side of the islands. You know, I didn't go and talk like this. You know, I care what them say, but the goat, when I talk about the goat be a sacred meat, sacred vegetable, sacred heirloom in the family. What you like about the goat the best?
The meat?
You say, I like that meat. Quest, what you say about the goat meat?
I say we are so far off topic right now. I have no
let's
idea.
get back on.
No idea what the hell you guys are talking about right now.
Jerk chicken, rice and peas.
Jerk chicken.
Very good, rice and peas.
All right, talking about wrestling, because that's what we do here at the Asylum.
Very good.
Cam, you brought up something earlier. You was like, okay, what is professional and professional wrestling? So I'm going to let you take that topic. Explain more. What is the question that you're really asking about the professionalism of professional wrestling?
Is it how you hold yourself? Is it how you treat the day? How you appear? Is it locker room etiquette? Is it in front of the camera as well as behind the camera? Is it little things like making everybody's job easier, or is it being able to get in the ring and just wow the crowd? Is it just being an entertainer? Is it just being like? Is it just showing up and saying do it again? You know? Is it? You know what I mean? Like, and some people could look at that and be like, you know what? It's actually not that hard. You know? And there's some people, and there's some things about it that aren't. If we're being honest, people say it's not easy, but there's some things about it that aren't that hard. You know? Is it just that, or is it much more? Is the professional part everything you've done to that point? It's a multi-layered question, honestly. It's how you interpret it. To me, I'll go last, but to you, what I'm really saying is, what is professional? Like, it's not just a word before wrestler. Anybody can be a wrestler. Anybody can train and say, all right, I'm a wrestler. But what does it take to be a professional wrestler? Like, what is it? What is professional?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Like you said, it is layers to that question. All right. And which my understanding and my interpretation of professional wrestling changed over the years. When I first started wrestling, at the time, no secret, I was in the backyard. You know, we was in the backyard doing fun stuff because I love wrestling, and we was doing wrestling moves, and you know, a couple of neighbors come around and put on a show. But once we moved it into a rec center and we actually charged somebody, and I got my first dollar to perform, that's when I said, well, my title has changed. I am now a professional wrestler, because if you're a pro, you get paid for what you're doing.
Right.
But also, like you say, there are layers, because I also learned that just because you get just because you get a payday does not make you a professional wrestler at all. Professional wrestling comes, and there's a lot of people I know, and there are a lot of great wrestlers I know that hadn't went to school or got that professional training either, and they're great. But I think that term to me has changed. Professional wrestling means that, number one, you have to have a work etiquette first. You got to want to get better in your craft. You can't just come in and just do something and think, all right, well, again, like I got paid, so I'm professional. No, you got to want to be better at the craft of wrestling. Two, you have to learn the craft of wrestling. You have to understand, like, there's more to what we do than just, okay, we jump around in the underwear wrestling with another man, and then I'm going to charge you to look at it, you know. Then the professional moves in, like, when you're performing with that person, you have to keep that person's safety in mind as well as your own. Professionally, you have to carry that. You know, professionally, I want to be able to protect you. You know, that's a professional mindset, because then in this business, people say, "Okay, I can work with KWEST because he's going to be safe." And then it also goes to the point: am I entertaining? You know, my job is to entertain this crowd. So, am I just doing this for me, or am I professionally entertaining people that have paid money to come see me? So, to me, like I say, in layers, it came up, but it has evolved into the different things that I knew about. That's professional wrestling to me. And it also goes, one last thing before I turn it over to you guys, like, also being professional also means your personal mind state on certain situations. Meaning in life, you're not going to like everybody. You're not going to like everybody you work with.
Right.
But on a certain show, you're going to have to work with them.
Absolutely.
You know, and professionally, am I professional? Am I going to be to the point where I'm not going to be professional? Like, look, I do not like Cam Jackson.
Right.
You know, and we get in that ring, I just might hurt him. You know what I'm saying? Or the fact that I don't care for Cam Jackson, but as a professional, I'm still going to protect this man. We're going to put on a hell of a show. And then afterwards, I can get my car and go his bit. He can go his bit, and I can still dislike him.
You know, it's the fact that we're going to see each other up and down the road. Mm-hmm. Is why we shouldn't take that liberty on one another.
Right.
It's all going to come full circle. It always comes full circle, no matter what, whether we ask for it to or we not. So we shouldn't take liberties on a person. That is something I think we could all agree is unprofessional.
Right.
But yeah, I agree with everything you say. AJ, what is a professional? Is it you know, again, it's a very multi-layered question. You know.
Right.
And so I'm gonna give you the floor. What is a professional to AJ Meyers?
A professional holds themselves accountable. A professional actually makes sure that they get the job done or do what is needed to get the job done. Professional, that's professional to me is holding yourself accountable and just basically shit.
Why?
Sorry.
No, what the hell, man? Why do you have this moment?
He does it every time, like, shit.
You were good. It was no trick question. It's not like you forgot. How'd you forget? What?
I was trying to word my words right.
It's like somebody said the word of the day at Pee Wee. You know what I mean? Bro.
Yeah, but not okay. But in a lot of the stuff that we're putting into and we're wrapping into professional, we say it's layers in it. if you really wanted to drop it all in just one bag, and for those that, those that are in the business, pretty much I'm sure you understand what we're saying, but those that are new to it or not, when we're talking about professional, take it like this, all right? Take it like this is your job, because technically it is,
It is.
You are a contractor, you're putting your services out there for a company, all right? Now, as being a professional, you got to think about everything that we said, put that in one basket, because what it is that you want to make sure you show up on time. That if you commit to a certain date, or make sure you're there at that date early. You could take it even further, new into the game, to let this promoter know that I'm a good person to work with. Help set up, help break down. All that wraps into the art of professionalism, because you are an independent contractor and you're selling yourself. So you are your business. So everything that involves you selling yourself and your business, think about it, that's your business. So I'm going to be professional about this and handle it in a professional way.
Right. I think my definition of a professional is somebody that is accommodating to every aspect of this business, point blank. To the promoting side of it, to the on-camera, in-ring side of it, to the entertainment aspect of it, to the helping fans, seeing fans, making fans, crowd interaction pretty much aspect of it, to the social media aspect of it. That is a professional. We have a lot of indie wrestlers out here, not a lot of professional wrestlers out here. Right. With all due respect, because I myself am an indie wrestler. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that I'm just not accommodating to in each standpoint. I don't have an answer for every question. You know what I mean? I have an answer for every question in certain categories, but not about everything that I should when it comes to me and my career. That's not a professional. A professional knows. A professional's been there, done that, even if they've never been there before. You know what I mean? I haven't met that person yet. With all due respect, I've met tons of, I've been in the ring with Bobby Fish. And that's not to name drop. It is, but it isn't. Even he is still learning new things. This is, he made it to TV. But now he's another, indie wrestler.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? He's learning things. We call that whole match in the ring, and we'll go into that on a different episode, I understand. But, just goes to show, he is still learning the professional aspect of it. You know what I mean? But you got to be accommodating to the promoter. That's one big layer. That's why I say it's multi-layered.
Right.
You know what I mean? Accommodating to the promoter. You got to be willing to make that deal over X amount of dates. You got to be willing to do that, man. All right, yeah, no promoter's going to want to pay you that up front. You know why? They don't know what they're getting. They got to see what they're getting, man. All right, how about that? Hey, I can't do this, but I can do this over this amount of dates. All right, you know what? F it. Let's do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
They do that. Good. You accommodate the promoter. Don't be a dick when you come in. Don't say, I'm not wrestling this guy. Pitch ideas. Don't say we have to do them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Ask them what they had planned first. If you like that, then don't say shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's
okay?
True.
Got to be accommodating to the rest of the locker room. You cannot look down at the worst guy in there and say, fuck you, or give them that attitude like they suck, or be hazing. You can give them shit now. It's pro wrestling. But you can't make them feel as if they'll never make it to where you've made it. You have to, if you're going to shit on somebody, you've got to at least show them, this is why I'm shitting on you, or I accept you. You know what I mean?
Right. I've always got a saying that you can't bring up or discuss a problem if you don't want to discuss a solution to it too.
Right.
So if you want to, give this guy hell about, okay, he did certain things, he's green to the business or whatever. You can't shit on him in the background, but not like, all right, shit on him, have fun. Let him know, okay, I'm just ribbing you. But you also got to turn around and be able to say, but hey, you could do it this way that'll make it better. This is what I have, this is what I have done. This is what I have experienced, and the guy could take it for what it's worth. To me, that's being a professional about certain things.
Right. And you got to be accommodating to the locker room in that standpoint. You see two guys have a match before you, and they steal something that you were going to do. Tell them, but don't be a dick about, hey, guys, I typically finish with the whatever you guys did here. Now, granted, it looked dope as hell, but next time, just holler so I can kind of, come up with a better spot or a different spot.
Right.
Or vice versa, or 9 times out of 10, if you're a real true professional, you won't say shit. You just change the spot and do your thing.
Right.
But if it bothers you, then say something. You'll be able to address problems within the locker room and the environment without making it a go tell the boss thing.
Right.
Got to be accommodating to the referees. Got to be accommodating to the crowd. Got to be accommodating to the people that walk past your gimmick table. Got to be accommodating to the rest of the staff, the cameraman. Help out. Set up, tear down if you can. You know what I mean? Don't be the first one to leave. Go out with the guys. Go out with the girls. You know what I mean? You got to be accommodating. So, and a long rundown.
Yeah, like you said, there are layers. You know what I'm saying?
Layers.
Again,
Exactly.
also layers. And then you also can learn to be a professional, too, because, like, even what you said, being accommodating or whatnot, you also have to be the one to, like, okay, if the match before me did do a spot that I called, as a professional and knowing this shit, will be able to throw an audible. All right, if they did this, let me be able to do that. I think that wraps into being, professional as well. Like you say, layers, and it's an ongoing thing. So,
I love wrestling so much that hold on, AJ. I know we're about to go to the next topic. I apologize, but like, if I see,
really,
yeah,
I think you work here. That's what y'all.
Yeah, I work here. No, man. Like what we talk about here is such good shit, bro. I just wish that we had, and we got bigger names to come talk with us, and our normal co-host, Sephiroth, isn't feeling well, but he'll be back with us soon.
Yeah.
And one thing for 2024 that he wanted, and that I want, and that you want, or that we talked about last year that we wanted as a collective, was to get some well-known wrestling names on this show so we can actually talk, kick back, have some fun, do some 2-hour specials, do some, and I say, no matter what, by hook or crook, by hook or by crook next month, I say we make that happen.
Right.
I don't care. We need to round up, we'll talk about it, and then let's do it.
Outstanding.
Make it happen.
Yeah. Most definitely. We'll do that. And I've actually got some couple in mind too.
We got contacts for the XWW.
Yeah, most definitely.
I work here.
But let's go, since we're talking about professionalism. This is let's move into our indie spotlight of the week. And this guy, well, I'm gonna let you check him out. Is Rob Killjoy. Yo, listen, Rob Killjoy, that brother has a motor, like, bro, his cardio is up to par. Like, that man always goes.
I'm gonna give bro this. I have only had good, solid performances against Rob Killjoy, and you know he's one of my favorite wrestlers to watch. You can't knock it. I mean, the clip shows it all. Like you literally have fun watching him. That's one of those, when you say indie spotlight, that's the perfect guy
Right.
for that category, man. You know what, man? Hey, man.
Shout out Rob Killjoy. And listen, now in the locker rooms, I've given Rob hell. But I always talk about, because when he goes over his matches, like, he literally goes
Meticulous.
over his matches. And like our previous topic, a professional, like, I've seen him meticulously go over these matches, so
Well,
they have
you
so
know.
much. But I've seen people actually mess up on that, and the professional that he is called an audible.
Yeah.
And he still lets that match go, and he
On-
flows, and that's what counts.
Hey, let's just take this. Hey, quack.
Quack.
But on a note, so after I wrestled Bobby Fish that night, we were like in the hallway going back to the locker room, and he was, like I said, the fact that he wanted to call in the ring was dope, but it was crazy because I guess Rob and Tim had asked him to watch their match as well. So he's talking. You were there.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking to me in that corridor, and he's stopping to. I tell him one more time. I'm like, "Hey, man, thank you very much." And he goes, "No, man, thank you. Like, I needed that. Sometimes I feel like the art in all this is the fact that we could do it and play off of the crowd and actually feel that raw emotion. Be a kid, play out what drew us into it to begin with. And man, nights like nights like your return, that feeling. If you could feel that, if you could have felt that for 10 more minutes, you would have cried.
Right.
That's the kid, that person. I had a long discussion last week with a wrestler that I trained for a very, very long time, and we both looked at the screen watching some of this old footage and were like, "Yo, man, the kid in you." You know what I mean? That's what I want you to understand. The kid in you. So tying this all the way back around to Rob Killjoy, the indie spotlight, man, that's the perfect guy because he unleashes that, man. When you watch that, he can see he's having fun, he's entertaining to watch, and he inspires you to be entertaining. And that's great. Absolute professional is Rob Killjoy. He has moments, but he's a professional, trust me, because he's quick to reconcile. He's never without a booking.
Right.
He stays booked up. He's very accommodating to his own schedule. I promise that.
Right.
And he will do 2, 3, 4 shows in a day. He loves wrestling. That's one thing he'll always say is, don't forget to love wrestling. Mm-hmm. And that's a big, big thing. He truly believes in that. I've only had great talks with Rob Killjoy about wrestling, and that's honestly something I am privileged to say that I've had. So that's great. One more quack. And like I said, Bobby Fish told us the art of doing this in the ring. I know I went out of bounds there. Rob and Tim were there, and we stopped and listened. And you stuck around and listened because I think you could see it in his eyes. Mm-hmm. What I had been trying to see, and that was a big moment for me.
Right.
Because I preach, do this shit on the fly and feel that raw emotion. That emotion, that kid. I was in there. I was a kid. Boy, oh boy. You know what I mean? Like, I was in the front row and in front of my own TV.
Right.
Watching me because it was all happening on the fly. People say, what's the one word you can use to describe yourself? People say entertainer. People say artists. People say what? I say unorthodox. Because you legit never know. Even though you know what's gonna happen next, you don't know what's gonna happen next, man.
Right.
You know, and I like to live my life that way. In the most positive of ways, of course.
Right.
But yeah. So the fact that we don't know what's gonna happen next in the ring is best until we call it to one another. Oh, that's such a sacred thing. That's such a magical thing. When I was in there with George South and that happened, and that clicked, and he loved the match, and I loved the match. I looked into Spencer Ash and K. Omari's eyes, and we all had that moment of holy shit, this was dope. I big hug to Drew Hood, my boy. I said, bro, this is dope. This is freaking dope. We're getting it, and then the Bobby Fish, the same deal. You know what I mean? It was all dope. It was great. Had a moment. It was honestly an awesome time because we left it to chance. The magic in that was calling it on the fly. So I think Rob Killjoy really understood something that day, and I hope, and I really can't wait to see more from him in the future. By the way, are we gonna ever? This is to get back into. Let's cut the sentimental crap now. Let's get back into the show. Are we gonna drop a new graphic for the show for Deadly Resolution? I think we've already kind of come to the conclusion that we won't have Sephiroth.
Well, I mean,
Now, granted,
like everyone,
the show will always
that little printed line, card subject to change.
It will never be. Don't get me wrong. There will never be another, nor could we have a replacement for the one and only Black Rose Sephiroth. But I think if we offer a different advertisement, people won't be upset when we have to announce what I'm about to announce right now, and that's that he's just not ready to compete. It's just that, point blank.
I mean, it is what it is.
It happens.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
It happens, and another
show
get
goes
well
on,
soon.
but
One more get well soon.
we'll have to talk to those.
I'm
in the
lobbying.
marketing department.
We really do need to do a phone call tomorrow.
Yeah, but
I'm pressing for Fatal 4.
yeah, I was talking like being a professional and Rob Killjoy, which is actually we're gonna move into the next topic of the week. And it is something that you do, is something that Killjoy does great or whatever. The thing is how to work a crowd. And I think that is what these young guys that are coming into business, either through their training or either them just not studying the art and the craft of it, they're missing that. But the thing is, you have to know how to work a crowd. Meaning, if you're coming into this, and you're the face, all right, you have to play into that with the crowd. And if you're coming into a heel, you have to play into that. Now, just playing into heel face doesn't mean, okay, I'm just going to be this heel and I'm just going to go out here and just be a dick to everybody. And the faces, I just can't come out here and just shake hands with everybody. You got to read the room.
Right.
You got to take that temperature. Because even as a face, some people just don't like faces. They always love the bad guys, But you can't keep
That's
coming.
wrestling.
If you're supposed to be the good guy, and you're coming here pandering to people, and they're just basically, move, get out your face. You have to know how to actually use that. You can't just keep giving them what they don't want. Right. I mean, give them what they want, but you have to work that in a face or in a good guy aspect of it. Where as far as the bad guy, you have to really, like, if you're gonna work that crowd, you got to really make them not care for you. You can't go out and just throw a couple of insults to them and think, all right, I played the best bad guy ever. No, you got to read them, because some people, like, I mean, you have to really walk that fine line. Thing is, you have to work the crowd.
People, listen, man. People want to feel like they're dictating something.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, I feel like I'm letting all the good secrets go. I think I'm gonna watch this and be mad at myself.
Gosh, Vince did it years ago.
But nah, look, hear me out. So people want to feel like they're dictating. I'm trying to, like, bring myself to say this because I'm giving it away.
I mean,
If
we got some guys that are new to the business that watch this.
Hear me
they
out.
need to hear this.
Yeah, if you watching this, like, this is your ticket right here, and if you do it better than me, and you're more, you're more proactive about your wrestling schedule, more than I am, you'll see it take off rather quickly. But all you have to do is let the people feel like they're dictating what's next. You can coach them on when to do that so you can do what you want to do.
All right.
Don't get me wrong. I'm walking proof. I know you see it. He's like, I've got this crowd trained. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why we train the crowd is because we feed off the crowd. That's legitimately real.
Right.
It's their energy. It's just that if we let them blow it all in the intro, then it wouldn't be worth watching me at the end. So you got to train them to have their part, so that we're doing this together. They're in on it. They want to feel like they're in on it because they know it's 2024. They know.
Right.
I'm not going to say those words, but they know.
Right.
You know what I mean? They know that we're not really mad at each other.
Right.
We're not. They know that we had a fee coming into this. It doesn't matter who wins. Right?
Right.
So, what I'm saying is, you have to pretty much let them feel like they're writing what's next. But you can write it all out. You can write all of it out. And that's what Rob Killjoy tries to aim to tie that back into that. You know what I mean? He tries to aim to make them feel like that, because that means, boom, I got them, we got me, we got us, we got the promoter, we got everything over. This is, as a product, this you can put out and be like, yo, that was fucking, for lack of better words, gnarly.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I like that little tap there. I'm gonna start adding that. But if your audience isn't trained and you don't have cues, then when you work them, it's just gonna be a bunch of scatters. You know what I mean? And then that becomes a problem. Like, so it's like, yeah, if they're hot for you the whole time, then use it and keep it. They start to die down. Let's go to those cues.
Hearing stuff now.
What?
I said you're hearing stuff now.
Yeah, I know. It was your chair.
Did you hear that?
It was your chair. It was your chair. But you gotta let them go with it. Working the crowd is something I feel like should be something taught in wrestling schools.
Right.
Something glanced over. We talk about the break. It's like an unwritten break. You write that into the script. You write it in as you go.
Right.
That's pro wrestling. It's always been there. It's a stage play. When they stop singing a song in a musical, they give you a second to applause.
Right.
That's what it is here. When there's an action scene in a play, after that, somebody goes down, they give you a second to applause.
Right.
Everything in a play, they give you a second to applause.
Right. So, AJ, have you, like, how do you work those crowds to that? Because I remember at one time we was trying to shift your character, but it was to the point, like, crowd really loved you. They loved the character, so it's like what we had planned for you. We had to, again, call an audible on.
We didn't get the chance to even try to shift the character.
Yeah, so
I said, fuck it.
But when they do that, actually, like, how do you work that crowd to do that?
I feel for it. Like Cam said, it's a vibe. You have to feel for the crowd. You have to train the crowd on what you want them to do, basically. But no, on some real stuff, I feel for the crowd. I feel like...
I feel for him, too.
I feel for him.
Go ahead.
Lord bless that crowd.
But no. I feel for him. Like I said, it's a vibe. I have to feel like it's hard to explain, but like how I feel about it is I have to vibe with it. If I can vibe with it, then I know they'll vibe with it too. Because the people that rock with me are gonna vibe with me while I'm doing the game of strike.
Right. And so this is what I've noticed. Like a lot of new the younger guys that come in is that they don't read that crowd right, and they're supposed to be like this face. They've been, they're the good guy, and they're getting beat up this whole time, and the whole time they do nothing as far as crowd interaction to get them crowds. And it can be subtle. It can be a little simple something like, I'm beat down, let me, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get up, you know what I'm saying? You get that. Crowd will join in with you on that. But you have to actually, like Cam said, you have to orchestrate them. You have to get them like, yo, get the crowd behind them. When they do get behind them,
you got to keep it.
You got to play to them. You got to acknowledge them like, yo, you brought me here, you know what I'm saying? I feel you. Yeah, I'm feeding that energy. I'm getting this,
Listen,
these young guys now, it's like they're only thinking about, okay, I'm the good guy. Let me get my spots in. Let me hit it. Let me look good. Let me be athletic. Let me do this. But they don't interact with the crowd at all.
That's ultimately why I got so over so fast here. Because that's all people was worried about. Let me get my spots in. Let me get this in. Let me get that in. I was like, all right, let me get out there.
Right.
Just get me out there. I don't care what we're doing, man. I have never. I know what it's going to sound like, but I'm not bitching. I'm just making I'm making a statement. I have never had a big marquee match here.
Right.
And I am one of, if not the company guy, the baby face, the fan favorite. You know what I mean?
Right.
The guy, so to speak. And now that's saying a lot. Now imagine if I did have that stuff.
Right.
But going back to that was, how did I get to that status? Working that crowd. That's it. Establishing a relationship with that audience, even when there wasn't one.
Right.
See, that was the thing. It's a good moment right here. That was the thing. People think it's all about just showing up. And that is half the job. It truly is half the job, showing up. But when you show up for so long and you sit back and you watch somebody who really, really wants a successful thing, they want a successful thing to be the outcome of what they're doing now. You know what I mean? When you work that hard and you watch somebody do that and you're showing up and you're the first one there and you're the last one to leave, damn it, eventually the question does get asked. Well, all right, well, since you're around, what can you offer? That's not how it happened, but, it happened, essentially. And now that I'm here, I was able to harness that relationship with the crowd to even more than just a performer coming in wanting a spot. I have my spot. You know what I mean? Right. I had my spot before I had this job. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when you cement that relationship, they cannot. It literally can't be taken from you.
Right.
That's like an honest thing. Hulk Hogan can come back tomorrow and blow the roof off the joint. You know what I'm saying? And that's, I don't want to go too far into it, but that's a lot to say. So when you work that crowd, you have to harness energy. You have to stay on it. You got to keep it. You have to keep it. With that one boom, that build up, that doesn't start just there. It doesn't start and end when you get up and start fighting back. No, that shit carries on to the next match they see you in. And then the match after that, and the match after that, and the match after that. Like,
yeah, you definitely, like I said, when you work the crowd and you get them, you want them. If your job is the good guy, you want them to feel that sympathy for you. You know, as the bad guy, you want them to have that. You know, I want him to really get his due diligence or whatnot. But you only get that if you actually pay attention to the crowd. You work what's work. You know, and it like you say, it doesn't start. That starts from when you park your car and you grab your gear out the back and you're walking through. You know what I mean? Because these are fans that come to see the show. They're out there early. You know, they'll be out there. You know, you're in character once you hit park.
Damn right.
Once you hit park,
You
you're
know
in
me.
character. You know, and yeah, oh, well, that's funny with you. Like, I remember the first time I went to see you. Pause the story. I remember the first time I went to the ACCW match with you, right? We pull up in the parking lot. You get out. And at the time, you get out the car cursing the fans all the way into the building while they're in the line waiting. And I'm sitting there like, yo, wait a minute. Like, this doesn't look like the area we want to be doing that with. And, you know, you whisper at me like, oh, no, they love it. I got this. You know, and you won't go through. But, you know, that's the thing, though. You have to grasp your character. Again, that's part of being professional.
Know your audience.
When you first hit that door, you know what I'm saying? If you're the good guy, shake those hands. And even before that, if people don't know you yet, you make them know you. You know, they get to know you in the crowd. Because me, like, at my point, you know, my role as of right now is commissioner, you know.
Right.
I'm out there before while we're still actually setting up while the line is out there outside waiting to get in. I do my walkthrough outside. I'm greeting. I'm shaking hands, kissing babies, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's what you're supposed to
you know,
warm
do
them
that.
up so your job is as easy as possible.
Exactly. So then when it comes to the point, show starts, I'm in that ring. I can again navigate them through what I need them to say. Hey, I got Cam Jackson coming up in a title match with AJ Myers. They're gonna give me that reaction because we've already established a relationship outside, so they know to cheer me. Opposed to if I sat in the back, they open the show, everybody comes sit down, then all of a sudden I just come to the ring like, hey guys, I got a match today. I got something for you guys. They're like, well, just, you know, who are you? Get on out of the way. I want to see the match.
Word.
So,
right.
I mean, yeah, like I say, all you guys just playing, you have to work the crowd and you have to be able to read them. It's not just about you. It's not about you're athletic, obviously, that we put, you know, they booked you for the show. But it's got to go more than that. It's not about you, oh, I got to get my spots in. Oh, I got to get this in. This is how I'm going to look good because I'm going to look like I'm so athletic. No, you can't forget the people that came to see you. You have to work them.
Yeah, and speaking of fan favorites, you know, we got AJ here, so let me propose this. AJ,
Uh-oh.
the one thing I will say that you do, I don't know how the hell you've done it, but you've established a strong connection with our Extreme World Wrestling fan base. And you know what? Before we go too much farther into that, here's to you. And you know, there's certain places that we want to build a future with you. You know, there's certainly Waxhaw Tap House loves them. Some AJ Myers. They might love AJ Myers more than they like Cam Jackson.
Hey,
Possible.
Lenny Boy loves
AJ Myers.
Like, he comes out throwing hats and dolls. I was like, yo, what the hell did I miss?
So say Cam Jackson gets another project. Uh-oh. Feel that? Say Cam Jackson does another project. A one-night only special where I get to bring in a name to wrestle AJ Myers. Who would that be? If you had to pick one name, and I'm not talking about your friends that wrestle. I'm talking about a name that you did not think was obtainable that is probably obtainable if we reach out and ask. Who would that be?
It would have to be All right, so there'd be two people I want. It would either be Dolph Ziggler.
Jesus Christ.
Oh wait, that was one.
All right, go ahead.
Dolph Ziggler and Chris Bay.
Chris Bay. All right. So if we can get Chris Bay, I can tell you, he ain't getting Dolph Ziggler. If we get Dolph Ziggler, he gonna make him go against fodder. Woo! All right. So let's use our last couple minutes here. AJ Myers, I want you to look dead into that camera right there. This is our camera, camera number 2. And I want you to look dead into that camera, and I want you to tell Chris Bay why AJ Myers deserves this match, why AJ Myers has been working his ass off, coming into this studio, hearing Cam Jackson's mouth, hearing Quest's mouth, hearing Sephiroth's mouth about why he's not ready to get up and do things, why he's got to hear us bitching about him holding a trash can lid the wrong way, another trash can lid, a cookie sheet the wrong way. Everybody's got a bitch and moan. AJ hurts everybody. AJ's fucking everybody up.
I never knew somebody could actually go to the hospital over a cookie sheet.
Right.
Santa Claus did.
So, I want you to understand that now, for some reason, this isn't official. But now, coming up at Deadly Resolutions, you're going to wrestle Chris Bay one-on-one, and all of it's his fault. He orchestrated everything. He paid Cam and Quest to tell you were a shitty wrestler. He is the one that flipped that cookie sheet around and made you send Belly Sadio to the hospital. What you got to say to Chris Bay?
Chris Bay, out of all the years that I've kept an eye on you, I thought you were actually a pretty... And me, I've just been left here at XWW.
Is that it?
Yeah, as far as I know. God damn it. I told you about putting shit on the spot.
Hey, listen.
No, I'm just kidding.
In all honesty, though, listen. As again, going back to our first topic, it's about professionalism.
All right.
We're gonna have to work on that.
All right.
You got to work on that because just a quick lesson with you.
Wait, that's not good.
Mm. What
The
happened?
thing I'm saying, pretty much don't. A lot of times in those looking, we talk about when you have your shot, you're talking to this Chris Bay, you know, this guy's on TV,
Yeah.
you know. You want him to take notice, all right? And to do that, the genuine AJ Myers needs to come out. You know, just like we ask you, well, who is it you want to wrestle? You say, okay, I want to wrestle Dolph Ziggler and Chris Bay. Why Chris Bay? You know, the fact that you brought his name up is that's what we want. Why does AJ want to do that? Look, Chris. You know, I've seen you. This is whatever your reason is for doing that, but you express that. You have to put you into that. You know what I mean? You don't want to fabricate something that. I always want to fight him, but let me sound tough or let me sound challenging to him.
Yeah, because
that's when you get caught up in the, I didn't know what to say. I don't know what to say. You got to be yourself. Be genuine. We're going to,
word, because
get you into your character so you can be you.
Word, because to be honest, if Chris Bay gonna come through here, I'm claiming first.
Okay, that's fair.
Why is that fair?
Because I know him since he was on YouTube. You didn't know that, did you, Quiz? Mage, he started a YouTube page called AllIzzy25.
Cam, help me. It is. Well, listen. Anyway, we're getting that at another time because unfortunately, our time is up.
Our time is up.
This has been another edition of the Asylum.
This is the end of the asylum.
This is it.
Ladies and gentlemen, again,
Good night, people. Well, it's time to go. Da 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 dum. Good night, people. Hope you enjoyed the show. I hate to say it, but I really must say good night. Night. Good night,
Ladies and
people.
gentlemen,
Well,
we're out.
It's time to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're out. Again, another edition of the Asylum. Seth Roth, we'll see you soon when you get back, brother. We're out.
Those mean something. I need to prove. I need something here. I don't care. I do not care. The only damper on wrestling Bobby Fish was that it happened somewhere else.
Right.
And I'm grateful for where it happened. If there was another place I wanted it to happen, it's ACCW. They you know, I am forever indebted to have what they've done for me and my wrestling trainees and some of my best friends. But it was not here. That I can't take it home. I can't take it home until it deserves to come home with me. And it will deserve to come home with me. I'm going to take it home one day. But when we get to that point, then I know I earned that. I deserve it. I don't think I earned it. I don't think I went against the right names to earn it. With all due respect to everybody I've gone against, hats off, because you guys were a part of the most entertaining parts of those XWW specials. So that's hats off to all of you guys. Quest, Jordan Holt, Whiskey Business a lot of times, JP Lehman, Christopher Prince, Saeed Al-Sabah, Manny-Mac. List goes not too much longer than that, and that's something we can talk about a different time, because I'm not trying to kill the company here. I'm just shooting from the hip. That's why I act how I act about that. I am humbled by that, and I do respect what that stands for, and I do think that came from a sentimental and real place. I truly do, but I can't accept it until I feel like we've done the work to do it. I've deserved that. I do. I'll be the first one to tell you, but I ain't earned that yet. Take it for what it is. Tag Team of the Year, we earned that.
Right.
Rest of the year, I wasn't put in the position to earn that yet. And I'll be damned if I won't be this year.
Right.
And that's all I got to say about that.
Well, hey, because you work here, we did go over, because that's what you said. I mean, you were.
I'm done ranting. I tried to keep that smooth.
All right, but anyway, it feels good to be back. Happy 2024. It's going to be an awesome year. Like, we have so much in store for you guys, so much planned out. And, like, here we are. We're starting off the first week of the year with the return of the Asylum. So, like, just stay tuned. And if you hadn't, once again, XtremeTVOnline.com, $4.99. Actually, I think we have a special going on right now.
Listen, I heard, a little birdie told me from the colleagues, we didn't end the promo code yet. So if you still use the promo code Xmas, you can get half off.
Hey. You hear it, sign up for it real quick. So that's half off of what? $4.99. So that's what? $259, $249, somewhere in there. Like, listen,
48 maybe.
You can see all the XWW action. Just, hey, hurry up before the powers that be realize that they did not take the code off yet. So anyway,
but they don't watch this whole thing through. They just want the content. They don't watch it. Oh, I said that. All right, let's get out of here.
So there you go. All right. With that, it's been another Asylum. We'll catch you next week, ladies and gentlemen. Happy 2024. Shout out to Seth Roth.
Shout out to Seth.
Can't wait till you get back, sir.
Get well soon.
Yes, sir.
Night. Good night,
ladies and gentlemen. We're out.
It's time to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're out. Again, another edition of the Asylum. Seth Roth, we'll see you soon when you get back, brother. We're out.